Welcome to World Action and Reaction News. Please press subscribe button and press bell icon if you are new to the channel. Let's start news snapshot. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, is banking on getting a firm order for 83 light combat aircraft, LCA, from the Indian Air Force to keep its order pipeline robust, T. Suvarna Raju, Chairman and Managing Director, said. A request for proposal, RFP, for the improved LCA Mark-1A version was issued in late December. We hope the RFP for 83 LCAs will get converted into a contract. Then we will have workload at Bengaluru, he said in an interview. The order is estimated to be worth Rs 50,000 crore. The firm says it needs the LCA contract as it will run out of orders for fixed-wing aircraft once it supplies the last Sukhoi 30 fighter to the Air Force in about a year. Today we have confirmed orders for fixed-wing aircraft up to 2018-19. The Hawk advanced jet trainer production is over. We have to produce another 34 of the Sukhoi 30 MKI fighters and that will go on until 2019. After that, our major aircraft manufacturing divisions would be looking for some work. Especially the Nashik plant, Mr. Raju said. HAL expects to close the current financial year ending March 31 with a turnover of Rs 18,000 crore, a marginal increase from last year's Rs 17,600 crore. This is in spite of the reduced number of platforms. Capex for the year would be Rs 1,300 crore, about 20% growth over the last year. About the work in hand, he said the company was eyeing an order book of Rs 1.5 lakh crore to make military copters and aircraft for the Air Force. If the LCA order came in, it would mean an additional Rs 50,000 crore and would last for the next 8 to 10 years. Today we have orders of Rs 61,000 crore. Then there are the LCH, the planned 100 HTT-40S, Hindustan turbo trainer for new pilots, and perhaps the Kamov 226T copters, Mr. Raju said. The light utility helicopter and the light combat helicopter are its own products derived from the Advanced Light Helicopter, ALH. The company has signed a contract for delivering around 70 ALHs 2022. The Chinese Navy has conducted intense sea drills in the eastern section of the Indian Ocean at a time when the Maldives, an Indian Ocean nation, is undergoing a serious political crisis. China's official media has used the opportunity to suggest the drill was connected to the Maldives situation and a call from the Maldivian opposition for Indian military involvement to save democracy in the country. Beijing resents any Indian involvement while it is expanding its own influence over Male. But experts suggest the Chinese sea drills began in late January and were focused on the South China Sea controversy. Chinese vessels touched only a small part of the eastern Indian Ocean near Australia and stayed in the area for a few days during the sea drills. In fact, the sea drills evoked strong resentment among the opposition in the Philippines, which said China was trying to use it to capture South China Sea areas claimed by Manila. Whether this could be regarded as sending warships into the Indian Ocean could be debated, but the effort was not related to the Maldives situation. The Chinese media is giving the impression that the drills were related to the political situation in Male in what appears to be an attempt at psychological warfare. Sending warships to operate off the Maldives is a new and concerning development, because it shows that China is trying to exercise influence over a small state more usually within India's strategic view. New Delhi will read this as a worrying move. It will intensify strategic competition and increase mistrust between China and India, he was quoted saying by the website news.com.au. India on Wednesday successfully conducted a night trial of its indigenously developed nuclear-capable Prithvi-II missile with a strike range of 350 km, from a test range in Odisha. The surface-to-surface missile was test-fired from a mobile launcher from Launch Complex 3 of the integrated test range at Chandipur near here around 8:30 p.m., as part of a user trial by the Army, defense sources said. The perfect test launch came after successful trial of the Agni 5 missile on January 18, Agni-1 on February 6 and Agni-2 yesterday from the Abdul Kalam Island off the Odisha coast. Prithvi-II missile was also successfully test-fired earlier on February 7 from the ITR at Chandipur. The state-of-the-art Prithvi-II missile is capable of carrying 500 to 1,000 kilograms of warheads and is thrusted by liquid propulsion twin engines. The sophisticated missile, which has a strike range of 350 kilometers, uses advanced inertial guidance system with maneuvering trajectory to hit its target, they said. The missile was randomly chosen from the production stock and the entire launch activities were carried out by the specially formed Strategic Force Command, SFC, of the Army, and monitored by the scientists of the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, as part of training exercise, the sources said. The missile trajectory was tracked by radars, electro-optical tracking systems and telemetry stations by the DRDO along the coast of Odisha, they said. In salvo mode, on November 21, 2016, 2 missiles were successfully test-fired in quick succession from the same base and the last trial was successful on June 2, 2017 from the same base. Its fleet of fighter jets dwindling, the Ministry of Defense, MOD, is set to float a fresh global tender inviting military aviation companies to make fighter jets in India. The move comes as the Air Force is now down to 31 squadrons against the need of 42, as mandated by the Cabinet Committee on Security. Each squadron has 16 to 18 planes. The Request for Information, RFI, the first step in the tendering process, is being finalized and will be sent out to global players, sources said. Companies that participated in the now scrapped medium multi-role combat aircraft, MMRCA, project will be invited. The MMRCA project for 126 jets did not fructify and the government, in April 2015, announced the move to buy 36 Rafale fighter jets from French major Dassault. The MOD and the IAF will keep its options open and not restrict itself to say a single-engine fighter jet, sources have told the Tribune. The option will be to get a fighter jet and it will not specify the number of engines as that then restricts the options. These will be under Make in India and to get global manufacturers to have a production line in India, the project needs adequate numbers with possibility of future expansions. To speed up matters, the MOD will be looking at new additions made by global players since the MMRCA trials were carried out in 2011. The planes tested then were Lockheed Martin's F-16N, US Boeing's F/A-18N, Eurofighter Typhoon, French Dassault's Rafale, Swedish Saab's Gripen and Russian MiG-35. In past 2 years, the IAF and the MOD were in talks for a single-engine fighter jet with 2 global manufacturers. However, this has been superseded by the thought process to just focus on getting additional jets without getting into single-engine or twin-engine variants. The existing production of 123 Tejas fighter jets being made by public sector giant Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is just taking off and it will take more than a decade for the entire lot to be manufactured. The IAF has the mandate to have 272 Sukhoi 30 Mki in its fleet. The MiG-21s are on their last legs and have to be phased out.